Good day, good day, good day. It's Mad Dog Sight here. I'm here to share with you the settings that I use for my gaming. I use the Samsung QLED, the Neo QLED I should say, and that is a model number of QN55QN85AA That is the model number that I use for this particular series. Now, TV, there is ones with series that are a little bit higher, and you could probably guaranteed use these settings for that TV as well. I'm sure they probably operate pretty close to the same. From all the research that I've done on these TVs, it seems that they run pretty equal. There's not a crap load of a difference between the 85, the 9, and so on. With that all being said, let's get into the settings that I do use for the Samsung, which is before I get into all the picture settings, when I first hook up my PS5 to this particular TV, I like to go into the general area, guaranteed right off the hop, go into external device manager, go into input signal plus, put on the input signal plus in the HDMI 4. That is the one that I would use for your PS5. That is the one that has the 2.1 HDMI hookup. Now I use a cord that is a Monster cord. It's the brand of my cord, Monster. It's a 2.1, and that's what I use for running my PS5. Now, after you get this input signal plus put on, then I would go to, of course, your game mode settings. Turn on your game mode, because that should be on. I have surround sound on, but I don't think you really have to, but I mean, it's up to you. Dynamic black equalizer, I keep that at a 0. Game Motion Plus settings, in here I have Game Motion Plus put on. Blur reduction to an 8. Judder reduction to an 8. The LED clear motion, I don't put that on. I prefer it off. I find I get a little bit brighter and a little bit nicer of a pic when I'm playing my games. Now these settings that I've taken and done on the TV and my PlayStation 5 and also the games, I have tweaked them for hours upon hours, days upon days. I've really analyzed and got into it and really tried to get the best looking pic that I can on all three, right? Like this, they all gotta intertwine just right? You gotta get that right lighting, the right lighting and the right shading, and then that just gives you that beautiful pic that you're looking for when you're playing your games. Well, I've already figured most of those out, so I'm here to share that with you because I want you guys to enjoy the same kind of gaming that I get to enjoy. With that being said, guys, let's go into the picture settings now. So picture mode is obviously in game, and under the expert settings, brightness is at a 50, contrast is at a 50, sharpness I have that at a 0 because you're already getting a 4K picture. There should be no reason as to why you want to adjust that picture whatsoever. It's coming in at a 4K. That should be nice and clear and perfect just the way it is. It shouldn't need no altering. So I keep that at a 0. Color I have at a 25. My tint is at a 0. As you can see, the applied picture settings is faded out. It's not in white because it doesn't apply to this particular setting that I have going on this TV. But nonetheless, all picture settings, all sources, or apply picture settings, all sources. It doesn't apply to this because it's faded out, like I said. Picture clarity settings is off because it doesn't apply to this. Local dimming, high. Contrast enhancer, off. Fill mode, off. Color tone, standard. White balance, I haven't touched any of that. Gamma, ST.2084, that's at a 0. The shadow detail is at a 0. Color space setting, auto. Now, that's pretty much it for the TV. If you have those particular settings done on this TV, the rest I just left the way they were. That's the only ones that I did change. Now, I'm going to get into the PS5 calibration settings that I have used for this particular TV. Now, to get into the PS5 calibration, you go to settings, you go to video or screen and video, you go to video output, and in here, I'm just going to run through them, and then we'll get to the calibration now. Current video output signal. Right now I'm running 3840 by 2160 at 60 hertz. Color format is RGB, and it's of course in HDR, and HDCP is a 2.3. Now my resolution is automatic. My VRR is also automatic. Apply to unsupported games, I have that off. 120 hertz output, automatic. ALLM is also automatic. 4K video transfer rate, again, automatic. And HDR, this is where color HDR, on when supported. Adjust HDR, that is where the calibration is, which I will get to in just one moment. Deep color output, automatic. RGB range, automatic as well. Now, for the calibration for the PS5, you go to the Adjust HDR, and you will get what they have there is the sun. Now, the Neo QLEDs, they're kind of difficult to set up for the sun. You basically need to know exactly how many nits your TV pushes out, and then you also need the scale for each click that you use for a PS5 where that nit setting should line up. Now, I know the nits levels for each particular click, which I will also share with you in a moment, but I have this particular one set to 17 clicks. In other words, I would go down as dark as I can, and then I would go up 17 clicks, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, till you hit 17, and then I would go next. And then for the second one, I would do the same thing, 17 again. And for the next one, which is your black, I set that to 0, because 0 gives you your true black. You definitely want your true black. You don't want your image messed with too much, because it changes the appearance of that image. I personally love, well, I would never go anywhere but 0. So I say go 0 on your black. I'm sure there's a lot of people that would agree with me on that. And that's about it for this part here. After you're done that, then you are done. You're calibrated, and you are good to go with your system, with the TV, and you'll have your TV set up to the same kind of setup that I have right now, and the picture is absolutely beautiful. Beautiful picture. Now, what else was I going to say? That's pretty much about it for the settings for these two. I'm also going to send out some more settings. Before I get off here, I said I would give you the steps for the clicks for the PS5. I've drew this up where it says PS5 click scale for calibration. Now, 12 steps gets you 600 nits, 13 steps, 720 nits, 14 steps gets you 840, 15 steps is 970, 16, 1150, 17, 1300, so on and so on, as you can see. Now, some people might not know what nits are. They might go by candela. Well, candela and nits are the exact same. So if I had 600 nits, well, I also have 600 candela. It's the exact same. Just so you guys have some food for thought as to how it goes for nits as opposed to candela. So if that helps you guys out, great. That's for ones that just are looking to see what it's at. There you go. That is the settings that I have for this. So I hope you guys try it out. Hope you guys really enjoy it. And I will be putting up a video for each particular game that I stream. That way there you can also set up that game to those settings and you'll get the exact same gameplay that I get to enjoy. And I'm positive you guys are gonna love it, because I'm absolutely in love with it. It's the best HD gaming that I have ever played, ever. Fantastic gameplay. I want you guys to enjoy this gameplay just as much as me. So trust me, I ain't gonna steer you wrong. With that all being said, guys, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoy, and see you soon.